If you did that in the real world, it might take you $2,000, $3,000 to recruit a panel and another month or so to actually conduct all the studies and the experiments.
That's amazing.
You can probably shortcut your messaging copywriting research from 3 months to probably a couple of days, which is pretty impressive in itself, and also save a couple of $1,000, which is pretty nice.
Welcome to the 25 AI Tools of Christmas, where two founders explore how real people are using AI in their actual workflows. I'm Kelly, your human narrator. This isn't a typical tutorial. It's a learning experience. Today's featured tool is AskRally. It's like passing notes in class, but for market research. Let's meet Chris.
I'm Chris from Italy, now in the UK. I'm a messaging strategist and copywriter for B2B SaaS, which means I help them clarify what they do, who they do it for, and how they do it, and then communicate that to their target audience with the right message at the right time.
Back to the featured tool, AskRally. It's a research tool that uses AI-powered user personas to give you instant, high-quality feedback on your ideas, copy, or products. Now let's dive into the moments that helped us understand the value of this tool and why it might matter to you.
AskRally, if I had to define it, because it's kind of like a new niche of software tools that's been born with AI and with the ability of AI to simulate people's behavior and people's thought process. And so it's basically it's a simulated research platform in simple terms, which means you can simulate your target audience. You can ask them questions about your product or in general your industry. If you're a founder, if you can brainstorm product ideas, or if in my case you want to test messaging and copy before actually putting them live, which means website copy, ad copy. You can literally simulate asking questions about that copy with your simulated target audience and get pretty accurate, not 100% accuracy, but probably 70-80% accurate responses, which is super useful because you basically avoid all the mistakes of putting copy live that doesn't convert. Okay, so this is AskRally, and so the main thing that you would do once you sign up is basically to create your own audience, right? So there's a couple of different ways to create your audience. You would click on create here, and the most basic way that you can go about this is literally if you already have research data or a persona description, you would basically go here, give this a name, marketing ICP, ideal customer persona. And then you will probably paste a description here. The more comprehensive, the better. Or you can literally just write a couple of lines and click enrich description, and will basically take data from the internet and kind of make that description more comprehensive. If you did that in ChatGPT, the language is super natural. It's like very human, and you can see from how they speak, right? The headline was, your engineering team's knowledge shouldn't walk out the door when your engineers do. This platform basically helps you retain project knowledge for engineers. This guy, a founder, again says, okay, that's a good point. Knowledge walking out the door. How do you even stop that besides the obvious NDAs? Is this some kind of software to track what my engineers are working on? Sounds a bit Big Brother-ish, but I guess it could be useful. I wonder how it actually works. What's the catch? And how much is this going to cost me? It will be good to know what others are paying for it as well, right? So you can see all of different questions that if you haven't done a lot of research or if you want to refine your research, knowing all these questions can be super helpful because then in your copy you can actually answer them. So with AskRally, you can probably shortcut your messaging copywriting research from, I don't know, something like 3 months to probably a couple of days, which is pretty impressive in itself, and also save a couple of $1,000, which is pretty nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Another cool feature is when you start these messages, you can actually generate a video reaction. So it's basically like seeing this specific persona voice that message. So you can actually, I think it's very helpful, especially for companies who are typically used to seeing their customers as numbers, this platform helps you empathize with your customers, which if you're in marketing, if you're in messaging or copy, it's super helpful, I think, just to being able to relate to your customers and address their needs better.
So the future of A/B testing is here.
Basically, yeah. And you can do it
Yeah.
at scale, faster, cheaper, and more
There's
accurate.
so
I,
many
I,
people that would find this helpful.
Yeah, yeah. I would think so. This is especially for me as a copywriter. I see the potential a lot in qualitative research. So going deeper into your research, asking more specific questions, going deeper on interviews that you've already done. If you want to do more quantitative studies, this can be helpful, but maybe there are other better options out there. But this, yeah, if you really want to understand people, empathize with them, get better, gather more ideas, I think this is super helpful.
So, is this a tool you could see adding to your day-to-day? Or maybe it's something for a friend or a colleague? Or hey, maybe even that AI Grinch in your life. If this episode helped you have a breakthrough, share it with us in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And don't forget to explore the Define Me stack list. It's got every tool in one place, plus a few extra goodies.